What's up, everybody? You are live with Jonathan Manus, aka the One Leg Bandit. And tonight we are kicking off 2023 with a boom. We have Austin Hilton, Zach Humphreys, and Oscar Ramos here with the One Leg Bandit. And we're all with ClearCryptos. And we are going to start 2023 off right. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and bring everyone in.
How's it going?
Everybody?
What's going on?
What is going on? So tonight we are talking to the masses about the power of positivity and what we're bringing in our site on 2023 for cryptocurrency as a whole and the entire market. So let's start off with Austin Hilton. How you feeling tonight on cryptocurrency 2023?
It's just making me laugh, man. You're like so upbeat. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm ready to go to bed, man.
Nah, we just getting started on 2023.
That's the running joke with me, man. I didn't get a nap in either today, so everybody likes to give me crap about that. So man, I'm excited about it. I would love to hear from our assembled group here, kind of what people's expectations are for January, February, Q1, Q2. I think we've got a little bit of rough waters ahead of us, a little bit, still a lot of unknowns with the inflation and some other things. But that's kind of the macro side, right? I think what CCX, what Clear is gearing up for and setting up to do in 23, I think is nothing short of amazing. A lot of it we can't talk about yet, but I think they're going to do some amazing stuff. And I think this is the most well-run crypto company. It's not a project, it's a company. That's been in development for 2+ years and everything. I think it's going to be awesome to be a part of.
Well, it's absolutely amazing right now. I mean, look, I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for being here with you. Like, y'all have helped me through my journey, and I've helped so many people because of you. So I know how hard it is every day to do what you do. So thank you very much. And thank you for ClearCryptos for putting us together and letting us spread this information to the people. Zach, how you feeling tonight, man?
Great, man. Great, man. Yeah, like Austin said, I think this is really just laying the foundation for Clear. They launched in October, so obviously, this back half of 2022 has been brutal, and 2023 could be a little bit of the same. Maybe the first half, at least that's what a lot of people think. But these companies that launch and they're not afraid to launch right now, I think there's a hidden message there, and the hidden message is they're not just looking to launch in a bull market to take advantage of all the money flying around, right? And I think you look at companies that are not afraid to launch during these times, they're laying the groundwork, they're building right now for when that bull run does come. They're well positioned, they're well prepared. And I think that's what CCX is doing through strategic partnerships, laying that foundation now to be ready when all that retail money comes back. So definitely, man. So happy to be here. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. And everyone can go to clearcryptos.com right now. Check out the hard work that they've already done and what they've already built. It's right there in front of you. And without further ado, Oscar Ramos, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Thank you so much for the kind invitation. I'm doing fantastic, starting the year strong. One of the things that I really, really like about ClearCryptos is the audience, the creators that they went for, us who, you look at our numbers, obviously we have everyone at different levels, but I was just hearing, the reason why I make these comments, because I was just hearing earlier today, Jim Cramer said that whoever owns crypto Solana, Litecoin, is an idiot. And when you get to such high level, you miss how you started. And that's just the way investing works for a lot of us who are going to be very well off in the next bull cycle. We in the ClearCryptos family, we're people who are coming up from scratch, who got nothing handed off to us. Everything that we have is built from zero. And the education part of Clear really beats it all. And like Zach and Austin said, we are early. And if we're going to survive this, 2022 bear market is starting 2023. Cannot believe how far we're going to reach.
Absolutely. And I feel that starting next week, a lot of these projects are going to hit play with the post that I just put up, a right now mentality. A lot of them are getting in that right now mentality and they want to be first to start something. Do you feel Zach, that something's coming just right around the corner. I really feel that way with Shiba Inu. How do you feel?
100%. Yeah. And I think right now we're dealing with a lot of the macro factors, right? I mean, we all talk about it on our channels. You know, inflation is there. It's not going away tomorrow, but and so is the recession. So, but I mean, that doesn't mean you stop building. It doesn't mean you stop investing. It doesn't mean you stop learning. In fact, a lot of people who are kind of checking out, I say they should be checking in, because this is the time to get locked in. This is the time where wealth is made. Right? The greatest wealth is made during recessions, which is crazy, right? It's kind of paradoxical because it's the time where everybody's struggling the most. But if you look at it historically, there's been great companies inside and outside of crypto built during the bad times, and because they saw an opportunity. And I think we can look at that from an investor standpoint too, right? Where prices are, it's a great opportunity to dollar cost average. I was reading up on a couple analysts and their predictions. 12,000 for Bitcoin seems to be that number that a lot of people are looking at, somewhere between probably 11 and 14, but it's hard to sit there and time it perfectly. Right. And so DCAing is probably the way to go. I think a lot of people look at it that way. Same thing with Shiba Inu. Could we dial back to the 506, 505? Possibly. Right.
Yeah.
We were just at the 507 in June. That's also a crazy point. June has been the worst part of 2022. So many people want to make this November FTX situation terrible, and it was, but it was worse in June. We were in a worse spot in June. Ethereum was below $1,000, right? Yeah. So we quickly forget, but we could head back down there, and if we do, I think it's just a bigger opportunity, because, like Oscar said, 4 or 5 years from now down the road, anybody who didn't look at this time as an opportunity, they're probably going to be regretting it a bit.
Absolutely. Now, Austin, many of your videos is telling your people or letting your people know to not be scared of the red dips, to go after it. It takes guts to play this game. How do you feel right now?
That's a good question, man. So I want to I'll answer it, and I'll add on to kind of what Zach was talking about. There's, and sitting in this seat, we spend a lot of time reading, educating, and just looking at the overall market. And there was one thing that really hit me, and it's, and I say this all the time in my videos and things. It's like, always kind of look at one factor is look at what the smart money is doing. And in this scenario, I'm going to talk about the top 100 Ethereum wallets, by their dollar amount that those respective wallets hold. And there was a shift. There was a dramatic shift that's happened in the last 2 to 3 months. They have moved to a very, very large stable coin holding, and so in those top 100 wallets, they were holding approximately $725 million worth of USDT and approximately $550 million of USDC. So $1.3 billion of stable. And you may go, well, that didn't really matter. Yes, it does, because it tells a very, very specific story if you understand what you're looking at. You're looking at the smart money in the room has moved to a stable coin position to minimize risk, the downside risk that I think to Zach's point that is coming, that we all kind of readily seem to agree that's coming. This move down because when Bitcoin and Ethereum move down, the entire market's going to move down, and they're moving to a stable coin position because what are they doing? They're getting ready to buy. They're getting ready to buy on those low scenarios of when, Bitcoin goes to those numbers, Cardano, all of the above, right? Yep. It's Shiba Inu. I mean, they're going to buy when it goes to 5, they're going to buy all that. So that's my answer. I'm going to reiterate and kind of say again what Zach said. It's the hardest thing to do is to step into a massive red sea, but that's when you should be doing it. And that's
when you show your strength. I always talk about passion and projects, and I have a lot of passion with ClearCryptos, and everyone knows I'm passionate about SHIB. I've been fighting so hard for SHIB. And speaking of passion, Oscar is very passionate about Chronos and Crypto.com. And we're about to switch over to you, Oscar, here. How are you feeling about the Crypto.com world and everything that's going on there? The lands, all the smaller tokens. How are you feeling about things?
I mean, I'm feeling extremely bullish because I like underdogs. You have to understand, who the leader is in the exchange company situation. That's going to be Binance. No, I mean, no questions asked. 40, almost 40 or some around 40 billion in market capitalization. There's no way Crypto.com can reach that right now at less than 2 billion. Does that mean that it's over? Well, it is not. The world of Crypto.com is huge. Obviously, Chronos Chain for DeFi, Web3, NFTs, and more. And Austin was mentioning about the going to stable coin. Yes, when we started to see the price depreciation and collapse, people were trading and moving those liquidity pools to USDC with USDT. They have the money, but they did the change to keep it. But when it comes to Crypto.com, well, we finished the FIFA World Cup as the sponsor, the first crypto sponsor ever. Obviously, did have an impact in price, very slightly, but it just showed that now, I mean, at least 1 billion, because there's a lot of analysis out there that 4 or 5 plus, maybe 3 plus billion people watched the FIFA World Cup in total. So just imagine how many people saw Messi score a goal in the final match, and that was the logo Crypto.com. Now that's important for letting new users come, because obviously that's how they make money with all the fees. But the bottom line is, are these companies going bankrupt? Which is just a huge question that we saw 2 months ago. Just going through a bunch of the Red Sea sentiment, even from some top content creators and the government and influencers saying, this company I don't like because made a mistake and it's going down. And that pressure came because of FTX, because of BlockFi, Voyager, Terra Luna, and all of that. And it was justifiable for people just to start funding everything. But I'm happy that the facts, the truth come out, and they will defeat any FUD. And we're seeing now that all those companies who survived now are doing and will do very well through also the proof of reserves that they have released. The Crypto.com world is huge, and I mean, we can go on, but yes, there's some things that they can improve. It's not a perfect company, obviously. I think Chronos Chain is a great place if you are looking into something that connects to an extremely powerful and very reliable and licensed exchange like Crypto.com that is going through the masses. And also, like Zach said, always in his videos about Shiba Inu, the price opportunity. It's cheap. I mean, you want to buy Binance? Go ahead. You got to spend a couple hundreds of dollars. You want to buy Crow? I mean, you know what I'm saying. So I think the opportunity is there. People will start flooding because of the situation right now in the market. Perfect opportunity. Buying what you can afford losing and keep learning. That always should be pumping.
Absolutely. Crypto.com, in my opinion, done a really good job of hitting that FUD head on. Chris come out, put everything out. They put everything out to the people and said, this is what it is. I think they've done a great job of harnessing the power there, the negativity, and then putting it back out in a positive way. And I think we're about to see Crypto.com shine. I really do. Got a lot, and just holding that bag and getting ready for the run, baby. But let's turn here. Let's let everyone know there. ClearCryptos has grown so fast and is still continuing to grow. But the reason why this team is together, and there's a lot of names out there that's associated with ClearCryptos, is so we can get this information out and let people know about decentralization and all the different tools that ClearCryptos is going to bring. Zach, would you like to highlight some of the different tools that ClearCryptos is going to bring to the game here?
Sure. Yeah. I think you bring up a really good point, because the timing, I think, right now is perfect for great DeFi companies, right? Like, one of the biggest issues we have in the educational realm is getting people to open a MetaMask, right? I mean, that was so hard for just all of us, probably. I know it was for me. Like, for months and months and months, I was like, how do you do this? What is this? What's Uniswap? What is this, right? So by creating the fiat on-ramp and off-ramp, right now it's the on-ramp, the off-ramp's coming. This is, I think, huge, because it's convenience. What makes the centralized exchanges work so well is because they're easy, right? So simple, even a caveman can do it, right? And with the fiat on-ramp and off-ramp, that's making DeFi simple. I think that's going to be a game changer, that out of the gate. Now, the analytics platform is coming along. Version 1 is out. Becoming better traders, I think, is the next step for crypto investors. I know for me, that's a big learning curve that I'm still learning and trying to get to that point, especially in a bear market. It's a good time to trade, right? So if you want to be active all the time in crypto and not just in the good times, you want to become a better trader. Having the tools to do so, ClearCryptos is equipping you with that. So those are just a couple things. I'll save some other things if somebody else wants to jump in. But those are two things I'm really excited about, man.
I think
Go ahead,
I would not add, I'm not going to add specific functionality, but I'm going to add the fact that seeing how the executive management, and I don't know who said this earlier, maybe it was you, Zach, I think that was talking about how a company is ran in the bear market, and is really what I want to stress. What I really want to kind of lean into and stress is the fact that the executive leadership is looking at and acknowledging that, hey, we are in a crypto winter, bear market, whatever you want to call it, whatever, but and they're building for the future, and they're acknowledging it, and they're putting their heads down and doing the work with project development and looking at different parts of crypto and all these different things where they can build utility and build businesses in the bear market. And I think we would all readily agree, ironically, if we had been and or were in a massive bull run, they would just be going, because that's all. When you're in a bull run, you and I've seen it, Zach, Oscar, no, you've seen it. You don't have time. You are just every day just running, and I think that's ironically for Clear, and I know some of the top executives have even said this, that they view the bear market as a positive. It helped them to look at the business and go, how, and they were always going to do this, but how they can really build now a multifaceted, huge company that it will help through crypto impact as many people in a positive way. That's what I wanted to kind of bring out. So
beautiful. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one other thing too. Austin, you got me thinking about something too. And part of that building process is right now, a lot of the focus for CCX is getting on some of those centralized exchanges. They've got 3 of those now. Something that gets often overlooked, and everybody's always, not always, but there are some people out there that like to be negative. This is for those people. People are like, oh, there's no daily volume, right? Yeah, there's no daily volume on the DEX side, but look at the centralized exchange side. Go to CoinMarketCap and look at it, because it's $500,000 on average. A little bit less.
Isn't that funny how everybody looks at the DEX side and they don't look at the centralized side?
They go to DEX tools, and I get it. I mean, we kind of live in that world. I understand, but there's also a lot of things happening. So 2 out of the 3 exchanges are listed there. Polynex, is it Polynex? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Polynex might be that trading bot app. Never mind.
I didn't I can't.
I say Bitmart.
What's that?
I say Bitmart, LBank.
Bitmart and LBank are listed. The last exchange that they just listed on is not listed. I got Polynex. That's
FEMX.
FEMX, thank you.
Yeah.
FEMX is not listed on CoinMarketCap yet. And from what we heard, the volume's looking pretty solid there too. And they're going to get that on CoinMarketCap soon. It's not going to stop there, right? But that's part of that building process. It's slowly but surely knocking down exchanges. So for when that bull market comes, you've got all these different marketplaces. That's the thing. Crypto's global. There are people that only use certain exchanges in different parts of the world. That's something that also we don't think about a lot, right? Like in the US, we're all based in the US. We've got access to a lot. There are certain exchanges like what's the one in Indonesia? Index, I think, or it's massive volume, right? Because Indonesia is the 4th largest country in the world. That's what they use. So, being on all these different marketplaces, like SHIB is over 100 exchanges, that matters. That creates that daily volume and that liquidity pool that makes SHIB what it is, right? So that's, I think, part of the process for CCX right now. And you do that in a bear market.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I want to throw in right here, everyone, get passionate about your project. If you're going to invest in crypto, the coolest thing about crypto, the majority of projects, you can get passionate about it and be a part of whatever's going on. I know I'm a huge part of Shiba Inu. I know Oscar's every day for CRO grinding. We're all grinding for crypto.com. Every day, Austin Hilton and Zach Humphreys is putting out at least one Shiba Inu video every single day. And that is passion and love for the project. And I hope that they've gotten a lot of love. I know that I have for supporting the projects that we believe in. But I just want you to know it's a lot funner on the crypto side. If you invest in a stock, whatever happens. You know, what are you going to do? But in crypto, you can change things. I know this because of the amount of people that I've helped get set up and the amount of money that has come into just SHIB alone, just by the one-leg bandit. And all of us is making a huge difference. Go ahead, Oscar. Come on in here. Talk about passion.
I gotta tell you, always in this industry, it's great to listen to the community, because passion without a direction is kind of craziness, and it's not gonna end up well. The reason why I'm here where I'm at, or my fellows Zach and Austin, is because we listen to the community, and they really want honesty and transparency. And sometimes you got to give it raw, and we don't have good news. Sometimes we have excellent news, and there you go. But at the moment, if you want to go long term, it's always that transparency that drives the passion. Like at the end of 2022, the Crow fam wanted to listen a little bit from the Kronos chain side, and talking through a lot of Twitter DMs. I was able to talk to Ken Timsif, the Kronos Labs head, basically a powerful person in Kronos, and we had a great conversation, and it was just a nice exploration of ideas and possibilities for the Crow fam. And in other instances, having the opportunity to reach out to the people who are making the decisions, that's really what matters. Oftentimes you'll see, and this is something I miss, but now with more experience, I'm ready, the late pumps. Sometimes I will get streaming for Terra Luna Classic till 11 p.m., 12 p.m., because that's just what the market, the volume, the demand, the other side of the world brings. So you can leave it and let somebody else take it, but people see that passion. People see the hard work that we're putting in, and that's why they follow. And ClearCryptos, bring them down to earth. ClearCryptos bringing us together as well. I think it's going to really demonstrate that we are here for a reason, and we're collecting new users, new audiences. We're reaching different people from all over the world. When the time is right now, the time is perfect. But when the time is right to go to the moon, it's going to be the easiest thing in the world, because we'll be prepared, because we keep building.
Absolutely. So let's talk about this, y'all. Started with YouTube with 56 subscribers, and I now have 17,500 because of cryptocurrency and hard work. Austin, how many YouTube subscribers are you up to at this moment? And how many have you grown in 1 year? I see the plaque behind you.
So I'm at 216,900, give or take. So I've been doing this. I've been in crypto. I've been covering crypto on my channel since May of 2021. So in May of 2021, I started covering Dogecoin. I started covering Shiba Inu. Dogecoin around Elon Musk going on Saturday Night Live. I've told this story a bunch, but I added 45,000 subscribers in the month of May alone. And I'm like, I was covering, because here's what it is. And Zach and I've talked about this. And Oscar, actually, I've never asked you this. Like when I started YouTube, I didn't know what I was going to cover. I had no grand vision that I was going to be this crypto guy, and most people, if they're honest with you, will tell you you kind of are stumbling around in a dark room for a while. You're trying to figure out, what are you going to cover? And so I was covering stocks and was doing okay. But anyway, long and short of it is I added I grew it to about 195,000 in 21. That was through 2 bull cycles, which you guys have all been doing this long enough that people push the subscribe button in a bull cycle. They don't push the subscribe button in a bear cycle. So for the rest of 2022, at least where my channel is, and I think Zach would kind of reiterate this, is that I added the other 28,000 or so, and I'm at 216. So
beautiful. And one more question for you. What's your total video count roughly? How many videos have you done?
You know, I don't even know, man. Somebody told me it was over 4,000 and that number blew me away. I think it's like maybe 4,500. I couldn't even tell you. I don't know. I don't even look at it. You know,
Look at it on your phone. It shows you on your app.
Well, look,
what are you talking about? I don't even know what
the reason why I'm
tech-
talking about this, everyone.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, I don't know how to use this tech, man. Come on.
Hey, the reason why I'm talking about this is because look, it is hard work, and you know, people see us out there doing this, and they don't understand the time for posting and getting everything done. And you know, the only reason why I'm here, there it is. Check it out.
3.1. There you go. I was
3.1.
overstating. You know,
that is great, man. And the only reason why I'm here is because I've been able to help so many people get set up with that MetaMask wallet. Like Zach was saying, people was confused, didn't know. I did 657 last year. And whenever you're doing that with families and meeting people and all, they all hit the subscribe button. So that's how I grew. And now it's kind of like organically taken off. And I feel so blessed to be with y'all. Y'all are, you know, what keeps me going. We grind every day, and it's hard work for y'all. So Zach, how are you doing as far as YouTube? How was your 2022 growth?
Yeah, man. Jonathan, I'm going to tell you just straight up, man. It's your energy too. You and Adam Shelton have the best energy in crypto, man. I'm telling that's infectious. I mean, people see that, they love that. So that's why you're killing it, man. So,
yeah.
I've got a little over 103,000 right now. So, like Austin said, you know, a lot of that growth came when Shiba Inu was going crazy. And that was insane.
But to clarify, right? I want to make sure, because I lived through 2 bull cycles. It was
I missed the May explosion.
Yeah, and if
I
you
was right in the back half of that, I got monetized May 19th, 2021.
Yeah,
I'll never forget.
Yeah,
because that was like my first video. It was so crazy. My first video was like on Shiba Inu on like May 3rd. I had 46 subscribers, and I went to bed and woke up with 500 subscribers. And the video had like 3,300 views. And it was one of those moments where I was like, okay, listen, you idiot, this is your chance. Like, just show up every day and do this thing. And yeah, it just, you look up and it's like, man, you've been doing this for a year, doing it for a year and a half. And it's just, you know, it's awesome, and it's fun. And here's the crazy thing about YouTube. Anybody out there listening, you could do it. Like the hardest thing to do is to press the record button the first time. But everybody listening to this right now has a passion. Maybe it's crypto, maybe it's working on your cars, maybe it's whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, you can literally hit the record button and put content out there and share and add value in whatever that is. And I don't know, that's like the way I look at the world now. Like everybody should be a YouTuber, because like there's so much content out there. There's people will say, oh, there's people already doing that, there's too much competition. That's bullshit. This is a massive platform that reaches as many people are out there, right? So I mean, like, you could do it. Anybody could do it. So sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. No. But yeah, man, it's fun. You know, I just started a second channel. I know Austin did too, and that's kind of reinvigorating. You know, it's like some different style content, and just talking about some of the other passions and things like that. So I love it, man. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to do this every single day. I'm grateful for it. I mean,
it's awesome. And Oscar, I'm about to get to you and your YouTube journey, but I just want to tell you how thankful it is to be with you guys. Look, a lot of times when you're starting out, every one of y'all know this feeling. For months at a time, we're staring at this screen, wondering if anybody even cares what we're saying. And then, like you said, that Zach, one night you went to bed, 500 people watched your video, and that's when you realize that people care and you're getting somewhere. And I realized that, you know, a few months back when my subscriber count really blew up. It's just a great feeling. So thank you all. And if you're watching this tonight, please subscribe to ClearCryptos so you get all of us as we continue to put out this great information and continue to go on this crypto journey together. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And I'm telling you, people will look back through this and be like, the one like Bandit, Zach, Austin, and Oscar tried to tell us, you know, we should have listened a little bit. But Oscar, how's your journey been?
I think it's been fantastic. I'm grateful where I'm at, and I understand that I reach a different audience maybe because of my background, and that's what's it's so important, because anyone can do this if you're, I mean, decent at talking and being consistent, because you also have to know what you're saying, because YouTube calls you like this if you're saying BS, right? So you have to know what you're talking about. You have to do your research, learn, do the hard work. And if you have any sort of 1% ability to, talk to a camera, then that's it. That's all you need. And I think my biggest time in crypto was when I switched from stocks to crypto. The channel, I opened it during the pandemic in 2020, but I didn't know what I was doing for a year. I couldn't grow like 500 subscribers in like 8 months. I gave up. Actually, I'm gonna tell you the story, and this is the greatest thing ever that happened to me. I gave up on my channel, and it was called something else. It was called the first name of my channel is so pathetic, but the first name of the channel was My Robinhood. I know, stupid, right? But that was the name, and the reason why is because I was talking about Robinhood stocks. So I did it, and I started, I believe, in April 2020. I went on, I made some videos. I was listening to my accent. I was so disgusted by whatever. And then in August, like prior, sometime August, September, I made a video about Fidelity Roth IRA because that was my experience. And then I posted the terrible number 8, 9. I'm like, that's it. I'm out. Like, I cannot handle. I mean, like, this is just my call to say goodbye. And I kind of shut off YouTube. Then I pop up the YouTube studio once again, and I see that video was growing super nice organically. It was doing well, subscribe and everything. And at that moment, I realized, okay, wait. Maybe I need to give this a try once again. And because of that video, I went on, I made more tutorial videos like that on retirement. And then at the end of 2020 and beginning of 2021, I pivoted to crypto, where my life on YouTube started really understanding about what investing in crypto was, got monetized sometime around March 2021. And the rest is history. Really, this journey is not easy. There's going to be a lot of failures along the way. But once you get it, it's so awesome. The community is amazing. And well, numbers wise, subscribers, 800, something like that. But I mean, the community is huge. And one thing I've learned, doesn't really matter how many subscribers you have now with the new YouTube algorithm. You can have 1 million subscribers. You're going to have a terrible video count. You can have 5 subscribers. You can have a 1 million view video. It's because they click and they watch. That's it. So if you're good at this, people will see it and you're going to grow.
Absolutely. And let's talk about one thing. I went to a big YouTube convention. I want to let you know that the money is in YouTube Shorts. They are pumping all sorts of money to Shorts. So as we continue to go along here, we're letting people know who we really are. I want everyone who has any questions to go on and ask us. We're here for you. See, that's the thing about ClearCryptos. We are right here for you and will be the whole way. We will always be here to talk to you and help you. I'm the one like Bandit. I got that nickname because I'm an amputee veteran, got smashed. Everybody knows the story. I've told it, but that's me. I'm the one like Bandit. And, we all have our stories that we need to tell, but don't want to run too long on that. But Shorts, taking 2 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day is getting huge with the way that algorithm's set up.
Yeah.
Massive. Yeah. So if you're monetized on YouTube, I think they're going to start in February. So I talked to somebody at YouTube and they basically said how it's going to work is every third short is going to be monetized. So every time you as the creator are the third short that somebody's watching, you will earn revenue on that short. But obviously it's a great idea because what's massive right now? Reels. What else is massive? TikTok. The short form content. Here's the thing. I think this is going to be really big because people are going to migrate from TikTok to YouTube. Why? Because on TikTok, there's no ad revenue. Their revenue is through outside deals, right? Brokering deals with companies and what have you. Now they're going to be able to do all of that and also have another source of income on YouTube. I think they're going to be coming into YouTube in droves. So I'm excited about it. Austin and I have been talking about it. We want to ramp up Shorts, and I'm still trying to do as many as I can with them. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think everybody who's looking to start a channel out there, you could start a Shorts channel now. A lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are taking that route. They're growing an audience really fast. The algorithms are different on YouTube Shorts and YouTube long form content. They're totally different algorithms. So they're really pushing that shorts algorithm because they want to compete with, that type of content with the reels and TikTok. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight we brought. Go ahead, Austin. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to add in, but I mean, kind of, Jonathan, to your point earlier about somebody who's looking to start and all those kind of things. It's one of those interesting things that, I mean, Zach's right. I know people that are starting with shorts content first because it's easier. I mean, and by the way, as a content creator, we all know that trying to add subscribers is the name of the game because, when you want to continuously be growing and it's shorts. And so it's definitely a key part of what I, am going to be doing as well. So go ahead, Jonathan.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. So we're getting you all sorts of information out here. Look, if you spent 35 minutes with us already tonight, you've learned a lot. Before we go though, Austin, Zach and Oscar, we need to talk about this. The SHIB Army is starting to feel like switching to a right now kind of business to us away from that soon business. Are you getting that from all your followers as well? You know what I'm saying, Austin. The narrative around SHIB has been soon. We're going to get to Shibarium soon, and all that. And now we need to move to right now. That's how I feel. What do you think about that?
I mean, I'll go first, and then I know Zach's definitely got an opinion. So you're talking about like the community is saying we want it now versus soon. Is that
they're getting a little shaky. They're getting a little shaky.
Well, let's go back in time here. All right. So Zach and I lived through some real shaky times back in the summer of like 21 and every other day somebody was accusing me and or Zach because we were already kind of talking and collaborating of being a scammer because we were covering SHIB. Yeah. I mean, so there's it's the old guy in the room, right? Well, let me tell you about how it used to be. So, but in this capacity, what I would say is this. I would say I've actually liked the amount of communication we've been getting from them, from Satoshi and all this kind of stuff. Now I'll say it will never please everybody. There always be people who want something, who want Shibarium 3 minutes ago when it's not even ready. And then if it launched and it sucks, and they're like, why'd you launch it? It sucked. So you can't please everybody. Right. But I think the countdown timer was a major screw up, the 48-hour countdown timer when they relaunched the website, and that pissed off a lot of the community. And what I think is that the devs, all the Satoshi, they saw that and they changed their narrative and they became a little bit more vocal, a little bit more outgoing. They're always going to do the soon game until they're ready to launch it. That's just Shiba Inu's operating procedure. They've been doing it for almost 2 years, but they as far as from my opinion, they have been more forthcoming with at least mentioning it. It's soon. And the last thing, this is very complex tech. You can't just, here you go. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts. That's all I got. So Zach, go ahead.
No, I agree. I think people are getting restless. I think part of it's the bear market. I think people are, a little bit more restless during these times, right, than like the good times. People maybe have a little bit more patience in the bull market, but I get it. But I agree with Austin that, they've got to deliver. They've got to deliver on Shibarium. And I think, Jonathan, you were talking about this too, and brought up some really good points last time we were talking, is that, part of the big part of Shibarium that people are excited about are the burns. And I know this is going to tie the ecosystem together. Bone is the governance token. Leash is the store of value. The SHI is coming. The stable coin treats the rewards token. It's going to pull all that in and create this ecosystem. But creating that burn mechanism is a big deal. People care about it. And if Shibarium can deliver on that, that will create a lot of momentum. We know that. I mean, we see it in our comment section. We see it on Twitter. People want that. And that has been something that has been talked about. And I've been talking a lot about that recently in just my last few videos, that they've got to deliver on that, And so that's what I'm looking forward to. I think if they do, I think we'll quickly forget about the soon games and the countdown and all of that. If they deliver and bring that burn mechanism and this thing works as it should, then people will be okay. People will be excited about it.
Absolutely. And before I bring you in, Oscar, I want to talk to the dev team. Look, the dev team and Discord and all, I just want you to look at all the messages. The only reason why I'm even mentioning this is because I'm starting to see it now, and people are saying, "Hey, let's get to right now." And anybody that looks at any tweet or anything out from Satoshi can see that. So I just wanted to voice that and let everyone know that we definitely see it. I do want you all to have patience, though, like Zach and Austin and Oscar is about to say here. You know, you have patience. You build your bag to hold until you're ready to sell, and then you have another bag for trading and doing whatever you want to do. But that main bag, you've got to have that bag ready for the run. You don't want to miss it. Oscar, what do you think about Shiba Inu?
Well, man, I bet I at the very beginning I was like no, and I
Everybody did.
my lesson learned, right? Because I was one of those that was against kind of like investing in meme coins at the very beginning, but it's all right. I mean, you go through everything you learn, and that's it. And I've said this story many times, but it was just back in October or like September 2021, and I was like, "There's no way this thing can pump," and it pumped like nobody has seen it before, and it was amazing. Obviously, due to a lot of market manipulation, the time, the bull market, and everything. It did it, and it was great, and that's why everybody got so excited about it. I remember Sachs live with Austin and some other people, 10,000 people watching. I'm like, no way! But that's just like beautiful thing about community tokens when they make money. What we're talking about development and delivery, it's not a surprise, and I'm seeing it in other different communities like Terra Luna Classic, where it's another behemoth that crashed, and now they're trying to revive it, and there's a lot of governance and proposals and looking for the direction. Well, in Shiba Inu, there's at least someone who is in charge of the project, and there's a company there, somewhat more established, but it's still going to take a while. And I completely agree that Shibarium, it's a big deal. I've been hearing about Shibarium from Austin and Zach a lot. I've been talking a little bit about Shibarium. I remember, the Shiba Metaverse and the lands and all of that. So there's a lot going on with Shiba Inu. And anyone who follows any other type of meme coin, personally, I only get I would like really Shiba Inu. That's my number one. Second is gonna be Terra Luna Classic, and that's it. I don't even do Dogecoin actually, but in my opinion, everyone is a Shiba Inu holder, whether they like it or not. Why is that? Because it's just the greatest story ever. 10 zeros or 9 zeros. I remember on TikTok exploded with SafeMoon. SafeMoon ended up to be a massive garbage can, right? But Shiba Inu thrived. That's like, I cannot believe it. How something that started from nowhere, it's the Dogecoin killer, perfect story, right? The tagline, it's really doing very well, better than centralized exchanges when it comes to market capitalization. So that to me is my meme coin, although I know people say it's not a meme coin, but it's a kind of like a blue chip token. It's the one for me to go when I want to be part of the community token world, right? Because there's different levels, there's different departments, but the community token world, Shiba Inu, what a beauty. You have great vocal voices right here as YouTuber, TikTokers, Twitter people, but you also have developers, you also have the community, you also have the volume and an ecosystem, like Zach said. So we all hold probably right Shiba Inu, and as soon as we start seeing some runs, people are going to start forgetting on other projects and going back to the dots.
I hear you on that. So one thing we got to go. We've been going for 43 minutes. Thank you all so much. Lots of views here. We are live on YouTube. We are live on LinkedIn with over 30,000 people, that can see us. I mean, we are out there and getting touched here. So thank you for going a little longer, and hopefully this brings some new people to all of us. So everybody, if you're watching this and you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit it so you can follow us all. Before we go, this is what we got to talk about. Being early. Right now, if you bought into ClearCryptos, you're somewhere in the 600 to 700 holder range, okay? That is early. Capital E. I want you all to take a look. There is power to being early in a project, and I think you could do amazing things if you got involved with ClearCryptos right now. I'm not giving financial advice on what to buy and what not to buy, but I'm telling you right now, I love being early, and I'm definitely involved.
Yeah, I would agree, Jonathan. I mean, kind of final thoughts, I guess, if that's kind of where we're going with this on Clear on CCX. I mean, I'll go back to something I said earlier. I think when you're looking at any project from, Cardano to a Clear Crypto, I mean, I'm not comparing them. I'm just using them, as a point of reference. I think you need to understand what they're trying to accomplish and look at every single facet of it and run it through your own set of due diligence. And so for me, it's always come back to a lot of the things we've talked about. It's the board of advisors, it's the business that they're building, it's all the things they're trying to do. And ultimately that's what it comes down to for me. So to be in early, and I have continued to add, to the amount of Clear that I own, and I'm going to continue to do so because I firmly believe that the infrastructure and again how they're building the business is setting themselves up for a dramatically huge success down the road. That's ultimately what it comes down to for me.
Agree. What about you, Zach?
Yeah, you mentioned Cardano, Austin. I feel like, and some people may call me crazy, I feel like this is the closest I'll ever get to investing in a potential project that has that kind of potential.
Correct.
That's how I feel about it. And to Oscar's point earlier, there are so many different sectors of this market. There's opportunities in every sector, whether you're looking at the centralized exchange sector, the gaming sector, the community token sector, the DeFi sector, right? So this, I think, has a chance to revolutionize DeFi. I think one of the big shifts we're going to need to see in DeFi is real utility solving real problems. That's what they did right out of the gate, the fiat on-ramp, right? Mm-hmm. The analytics platform. We've never had a platform like that for crypto. We have it in the stock market, right? They're going to try to build that out. And they're going to have a number of other things that they're going to tackle. And that's, going back to something they decided to do that I like. They don't have a roadmap. They don't have a roadmap because they don't know what problems are going to arise 5 months.
Or what
opportunities may arise, or what people in the market will want. So these people who have roadmaps that are going out 3, 4, or 5 years, I understand why they're doing it, but how do they know? How do they know that that's what is needed 3 years from now? Like, right? So I like that they have this kind of open roadmap where it's like, we're just going to solve problems.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm excited about that. And I truly believe that. And, there's been a lot of projects that have, let's just call it what it is, duped us in the past. A lot of projects with big ideas that haven't delivered. And that's something DeFi needs to fix, right? We need to fix it. And it will get better. Like, here's the thing. We're so early that these growing pains are normal, right? But there's going to come a time where people only invest in quality DeFi projects. That time will come. We're not there yet. We're going through the mud right now, right? We're sifting through all the mud right now, and it's sticky, it's dirty, but eventually we'll get there. And I think ClearCryptos is one of those companies going to help us get there. And that's why when I learned about it way back when, I was instantly on the hunt for people like Oscar, people who I know he shares that same vision, and Adam, who's in the chat. They want to be part of something special, and I feel like we can actually be part of something special here, like with this. And it's not something overnight, but it's going to be a process, and that's honestly how I feel about it, man. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here from day one, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
We're going to change the world, Zach and Austin and Oscar. That's what we're doing right now. People are watching this and getting involved. Oscar, final words?
Absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure as always. And one of the things that I appreciate about ClearCryptos is that there's nothing rushed. And whenever I see something out live, it works. Many times you hear from projects releasing something and it's failing, and all of the users and community are just now blaming if it's a rug pull. And I've been here before the token launch or the analytics launch, the swap feature launch, and even the website, because there was another website. Now this is the cool website, right? And I feel it takes a while. You have to wait for it, right? But it comes 2022. Most of the things were exploded, were really released. And I see it. I mean, the first time I saw the board of advisors webinar, I was like, wow, like this thing is something that if we're starting in a bear market with these people, with this talent, I mean, like Zach said, there's no roadmap, so you never know who really can join, right? And I think the potential is there. I just want to be part of something where I'm learning, because I don't want to be. I'm not obviously the smartest guy in the room. That's super awesome. So here, I believe the qualities and the abilities that we'll bring to the table is massive. And to your point, Jonathan, early. I mean, nobody's going to force anyone to buy X or Y project, but to me, it matters, especially in the education sector, and the analytics V1. I think is also really cool. Obviously, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of companies that do somewhat similar of when it comes to letting people see pairs or so, but there's gonna be more opportunities for ClearCryptos to demonstrate as we continue heading forward with the audits as well. That I've seen the certification and stuff. I mean, I like that. I mean, that's pretty cool in particular. And the NASCAR sector as well with the car. That's something cool that you don't see that often. So slowly but surely preparing and keep them, never stopping building. That's, I think, something that I really like. And it's been great. And I think couldn't be more excited to do this January the 2nd. We got 360 couple more days left. It's going to be awesome.
Well, we did it, everyone. We kicked off 2023 with a bang. And, I challenge you all to just study harder, be passionate, and enjoy this ride. It's going to be a fun ride. I love building the bag. And, y'all all have a wonderful night. And we'll come back at you. We'll keep bringing you this great content with ClearCryptos. Austin, do you have anything else final you want to say?
No, sir. No? Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank y'all and have a good night. All right.
Thanks, Jonathan.
So everyone, that was a great team. We're doing something special, and I know you can feel the positivity in my voice. Hit the subscribe button to ClearCryptos and continue to grow with us. Okay. We love you. And the One Leg Bandit is out. We'll see you next time.